Grant Cardone, pursuer of all things 10X, real estate investor, polarizer. The guy has his hands in so many pies, he's probably got some sticky old hands there.
What did he say?
Anyway, you guys all know Grant Cardone. He's that real estate investor turned social media guru. The guy is insane. He's all over the place. He's done all sorts of cool things with amazing people. Looking at his YouTube channel, you see he's hanging out with like top of the line people, entrepreneurs. Shaq. You got Shaq on there. I was like, Shaq? He interviewed Shaq? That's crazy. Here's the thing, you guys, Grant Cardone, he's built himself an amazing personal brand. Today we're going to talk about why you don't want to use Grant Cardone's YouTube strategy if you're a business owner and you want to make money from your channel. It's not going to work for you. Grant Cardone's strategy is pretty sucky for most people, except for Grant Cardone. So let's get into it. What's up, players? Why would I start like that? What's up, you guys? I'm Scott Simpson. I'm the CEO of Graffiti Media. We're a multi-million-dollar company that films all of our videos using cell phones. Right now, I'm filming this with a Samsung. The reason we film with cell phones, you guys, is because we want to show you how easy it is to film content that can get you leads, generate revenue for your business. You don't need to go overcomplicating it now, do you? If you guys want to go about learning how you can get more leads and generate more revenue using YouTube, I got a link down in the description below. Click it, it'll take you to a form, fill it out, send it in. We'll give you a call. That easy, that simple. Grant Cardone has been working on building his personal brand for years. I just need to start with that. And the reason why his YouTube strategy will not work for you is because it's predicated on having a successful personal brand before you even launch. People who are tuning into his YouTube channel are there to watch a big thinker think big thoughts. And hopefully some of those big thinking thoughts will rub off on them. That's the idea. That's why he gets the views that he gets. The other thing that a large personal brand will do for you is it allows you to break rules. When we are here giving you these tips and tactics for growing on YouTube, they're best practices. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have to follow them. That means that if you do follow them, you will have a likely path to success. Now, people who have a large personal brand, they are afforded the opportunity or the enjoyment of not having to follow all of the rules. In fact, most of those people have built their big personal brands and built their big businesses by breaking most of the rules. I got a funny story associated with that line of thought. One time, a person in my life, I won't say how close they were, a person in my life told me that most of the money in this world is made in the gray area. It's made in the area before they make laws about that area. In fact, a lot of the money that is made in the gray area, they change the laws later because they realize that there is money that is being made in this somewhat shady way. So then they have to plug that hole by making a law so other people can't take advantage of that. Anyway, the point of me telling you that story is that massively successful people who have massive personal brands are afforded luxuries in life that most other people aren't afforded yet. That doesn't mean that you can't get to that place someday, but right now, if you're just wanting best practices to make yourself millions of dollars on YouTube, do not follow Grant Cardone's strategy because he has a rule breaker strategy that will not result in making money for a long, long time. It's more of a long-term branding play. It takes years of creating content like this in order for people to start paying attention, and then once they do, then you will start to see the benefits of it indirectly. Another thing that comes along with having a big personal brand is that you can afford not to have good packaging on your YouTube channel. Grant Cardone's thumbnails and his titles just kind of suck. A lot of them are just screenshots, but then some of the more recent ones just have a lot of little teeny tiny text in the thumbnails. It's going to be massively difficult to read. If you were a business owner starting a channel right now and you used Grant Cardone's thumbnail strategy, you would be a massive failure and your life would spiral downward and backwards. It would not be good for you. Don't follow Grant Cardone's strategy. I'm going to give you a strategy to follow right now. Let's do it. And if you fast forwarded through all the Grant Cardone stuff because you don't like Grant Cardone, you came to the right spot. Now, business owners, pay attention because this next segment is for you, and I think you're really going to like it. If you would like to earn money immediately, here are 4 things that you should do using YouTube. If you are brand new, the first thing that you should do is create interest-based content. So you know how when you're wanting to learn something, you go to Google or you go to YouTube and you type, how to change my tires, right? You start to gain an audience by creating content that is based off of search engine traffic. And if you do that, YouTube will start to provide you an audience of people who are interested in what you have to say. The next thing you need to do is put a massive amount of effort into your titles and thumbnails. And when I say massive amount of time, sometimes I put more effort into my thumbnail design and ideation than I do into my actual video.
It's insane.
That's how important thumbnails are. As you start to grow your audience, you're going to start to realize that there are people that are coming for you. That's a good thing. That is when people are starting to get attached to your personal brand. brand. That's a good sign. As you are growing and you start to gain a loyal audience of 300 to 500 people who are watching every single one of your videos, then you really want to start working on creating more viral content that is more story-based, content that is more curiosity-evoking. Think BuzzFeed. Top 10 things you didn't know Kendall Jenner did in her evening routine after Christmas. Right? Things like that, where people will just click on them based off of curiosity and interest. As you do that, you'll start to realize that even more people are coming from your personal brand because the content that you're creating isn't necessarily attached to any one given topic. It's more based off of how you deliver your content at that point. And if you deliver it really well and you connect with the audience and they connect with you, then they'll start coming in droves because they're attached to you and your personal brand. The best sign of growing personal brand is if you're only on YouTube and then those YouTubers start coming over and following you on Instagram, they start following you on Twitter, they start following you on Facebook. Now you have built some influence. I want to know in the comments below, do you have people that you follow for information? And then do you have people you follow for influence or for personal branding? Leave it down in the comments below. Who are you guys following and for what purposes? If you're a little introspective on it and you really realize why you're following people, I think you'll be surprised at how many people you're actually following because you've fallen in love with their personal brand versus the people that you're following because you just like their information and their data. Moving on. So the next thing that you want to do is have calls to action to your product or service. So it'd be something like, hey guys, if you're interested in working with us, there's a link down in the description below. Something like that. The softer the call to action, the more trustworthy it is. So if I were to say something like, you guys, you are not going to succeed without my product or service. You have to click that button down below if you ever want to be successful on YouTube. You're not going to really trust me because I'm blowing a whole lot of smoke, because there's many ways that you can grow a YouTube channel. What we're trying to do at Rafidi is just figure out if we're the best match for you and your YouTube growth. So what I would say is something more along the lines of, hey guys, if you're interested in working with us or you want to know a little bit more about what we have to offer, there's a link down in the description below. Fill out the form and we'll see if we're a good fit for one another. No pressure. If you don't, we still have a ton of value on our YouTube channel, right? It's like very low pressure.
I like that.
So if you approach your YouTube channel, your calls to actions more in that soft way, where it's an option, not a demand, and you're not blowing smoke or lying to people, people are going to be way more trustworthy of you and they're going to want to work with you.
I like it.
And the last thing, you guys, I think that it goes without saying because I've said it so many times. So maybe it goes with saying so many times. I can't calculate that.
Not computing.
Be consistent. You got to be consistent. You got to stick with it. People who have a personal brand have been working at it for years. They've been consistently working at it. And if a lot of these guys like Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, these guys have been in completely different eras of media, right? Whereas before it was like infomercials make you famous, and then being in the newspaper makes you famous, and being on the cover of Inc. magazine makes you famous. Now it's like you can get on social media and blow up on TikTok and be famous. Look at Charlie D'Amelio. Stay consistent. The important part is to stay consistent. If you stay consistent for long enough and you do the right things, you make the right moves, and you focus on getting 1% better every other week, you just keep getting 1% better in everything that you do, you are going to absolutely crush it, dominate in social media, make millions of dollars, and build that personal brand as big as Grant Cardone's, so you could be hanging out with him on his yacht in Monaco, you know, with his friends, maybe be one of his friends. I'm not jealous. I don't care. All right, you guys, blow up your personal brand, blow up your YouTube channels. Watch this video. We'll catch you on the next one. Later.